Good evening everyone and welcome along to League of Europe. We are here for Formula 2 action. This Season 5 Division 1, the season finale, round 12 of the championship as we take in the Bahrain Grand Prix from the Sakhir International Circuit. My name is James Hay, going to be taking through the stream as always, and joining me in the commentary box, it is Mr. Michael Edwards. Mike, how you doing?
I am doing great. It's been a long old season, but obviously both championships now wrapped up. Final round, everyone's just going to go out there and have a bit of a laugh. I think a nice enjoyable race to see off a season.
Yeah, I mean, first and second has been wrapped up in the championship. Toxic has obviously wrapped up the championship last week. 387 points he is on coming into tonight. Verstappen in second on 328. But where there could be a duel in the desert, where there could be a battle, it's between Rocco and Campbell. Both of them are here tonight. 281 points, Campbell on 278. So that's a 3-point margin between third and fourth in the championship. Ruta not here in fifth on 254. Nathan and Zerdam are actually separated by 2 points, and then you've got a real host of drivers that are quite close. You've got Nathan on 178, Zerdam on 176, Miami on 172, Larkin on 171, Brent on 166. That's 12 points separating, 5-6 drivers there. RJDW's on 155. He's not entirely out of that either. Nolan on 116, then Pharrell Hughes in 13th on 80, Nathan in 14th on 58, that's CRL Nathan, M Short 15th on 55, Sfian 16th on 48, tied with Ryan, Maledictus on 18th on 34, Chill, who's a bit drunk, I may add, on 31 points and 19th, Josh in 20th on 26, Yono in 21st on 16, Benny in 22nd on 10, and Killer Blue in 23rd on 9 points. Toxic wrapping up the championship, Verstappen pretty much wrapping up second, battle for third on, could be quite close.
Yeah, it could be a tasty one between Campbell and Rocco. We'll see how they get on. Of course, I mean, as you said, second's pretty much wrapped up. The only thing that could stop Verstappen from getting second is if he has 2 DNFs, and Campbell and Rocco somehow gain, was it like 40 odd points on them?
Yeah, 40 odd points I think they have to gain. And looking actually at the field that we have got a few new drivers actually in for the final round of the championship. We've got Mark, old school of course, former champion here in Division 3. Wrapped it up of course in League of Season 5 just gone. We've got, just looking down, we've got Cortez for KVR, he's the Portuguese man in the Charu. We've got Cali, the newly crowned Division 2 champion if I'm not mistaken. I'm just going to quickly check the standings for F2. I'm pretty sure Cali wrapped up the championship there. XL Dillon also in the MP Motorsport. A full grid coming into the season finale. Fantastic to see, but all I would say is, where were you guys earlier on in the season?
Yeah, where was you earlier for Division 2? Shocking.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible. They're not getting any they're not being on my Christmas card list later on this year. I'll tell you that now. But of course we have got the constructor standings as well to go through before we get underway. Has just clicked on 8 o'clock. We should be getting going very soon indeed. And the team standings of constructors are as follows. BWT Arden, well, they're miles ahead. 665 points. Probably the highest constructors tally of the season anywhere. Arc Grand Prix in second on 397, Prima third on 359, High-Tech fourth on 354, that's quite an enticing battle. Fifth is Uni Virtuosi on 314, MP Motorsport sixth on 305, Trident seventh on 182, Carlin eighth on 165, Dams in ninth on 128, and Campos in 10th on 38 points. BWT have wrapped up the championship, Mike. Arc Grand Prix 397, Prima and High-Tech looking quite close there as well. All look like they've got second wrapped up as long as they score highly in this first race in the feature race. But Prima and High-Tech separated by 5 points.
Yeah, very, very close between Prima and High-Tech, and I believe they got both of their main drivers in tonight. I'm not too sure. I didn't actually scroll through all the names and everything, so I think they got both of their drivers in as I just quickly look. Verstappen and... Oh, Verstappen's on his
Rocco?
own.
Rocco the other one?
No, Rocco and Nolan are ART. Prima is just Verstappen and...
Oh, it's Nathan. George Russell.
Yeah. Yep, Nathan and It's Redeemer, the high-techs.
So both high-techs are in, both Primas I think are in as well. Well, obviously we've got 20 drivers, so there must be. We'll define who is the second Prima.
Chill.
Chill is the second Prima, and he's drunk. I think high-techs are going to get third in the championship, methinks, as we all better get underway. And we go on board with a returning man. It is Relentless Nathan, XL Lando, George Russell, the imposter, coming down in towards turn number 1. All on a set of medium compounded tyres. So they reach down in towards turn 1, breaks just up the 150 metre board, gets the car turned in around a 5.4 kilometre circuit. Of course, 15 corners waiting these guys out on track, and Nathan's already out of 2 and 3, where Grosjean crashed into the back just off to the right hand side there in 2020 for the Sakhir Grand Prix. Lando now up in towards turn number 4, and I'm sure we're going to say many names about him here tonight, through turn 5, and then in towards the end of the first sector, 31.2 through the end of the first sector, looking quite nice, through 6, through 7, and then in towards 8, where Lance Stroll, of course, went upside down in 2020, as RJW was already retired from the session. Old School struggling right at the back of the field as well for El Fury right down there. They might have invalidated the laps already. But Nathan in towards turns 9 and 10. Very tricky braking point this. Makes it look pretty easy though. Nathan as Campbell and Toxic, 2 BWTs at the top end of the field. Maledictus is quite up there as well. Dylan up there as well alongside Miami, of course, in the 2 MP Motorsport cars. As Nathan now comes in towards turn number 10, and then through turn 11, and then in towards turn number 12. This flat right-hander, and if you catch the curb here, you'll end up spinning. Luckily, Nathan didn't catch the curb too much, and 114 flat through the middle sector is not too bad at all from Nathan. We should be expecting lap times around the 135, 136 mark. I would imagine probably on towards the 140 mark actually as well. Now comes in towards the final couple of corners. Toxic, Campbell, Verstappen currently a top 3. I wonder if Nathan is going to pop up into the top 3 though. Expecting lap times around the 137, 38 marks. I say Campbell across the line, 38.4, but Verstappen and Toxic, same lap time in second and third position. RGW gets disqualified from the session. Quite a lot of invalidation further down the field as well, but we'll see. The top running of the grid now as Campbell's on top. Look at that. Verstappen second, Toxic third, and Nathan in fourth. Class above the rest. A 10th covering the top 4. Very close indeed. With Miami in 5th, Dylan in 6th, Brenton 7th, Rocco in 8th, Nolan in 9th, and Larkin running off the top 10. Just over a second separating the top 10. Josh in 11th with Cali 12th, Zerdam at 13th, Chill in 14th, Cortez on his debut in 15th, Ralph Fury in 16th, TDB 17th, Old School 18th, Maledictus and RGW are the only 2 to set an invalid lap time, both getting disqualified. Old School right down the back of the field. But Campbell, Verstappen, Toxic, and Lando, and Nathan I should say, top 4 separated by just less than a 10th of a second.
Yeah, incredibly close at the sharp end. And honestly, looking at the Old School's lap time, I mean, we know in the F1 cars, I believe this is his best track, and this is a track he's very quick at. So it just goes to show how different these F2 cars are to the F1.
Well, if you're wondering why Mark is so far off the pace, by the way, he had low braking assist on and auto gears. So that's why he was 3.1 seconds off the pace. I'm sure he'll be a lot quicker than that in the race, of course. And I think his kid might have been using his wheel setup. So I wonder if there's been a little bit of a change up there, maybe. Who knows? But Mark, surely going to be going quick, I would say, in the sprint race. Of course, we have got the feature race to come. Sprint race is up and coming second, of course. Feature race up first. 50% racing. I'm not sure how many laps we get around here, if I'm not mistaken. It'll be about 13, if I'm not mistaken, around here. Maybe more than that. But we now get going in towards the formation lap. Last race and full grid awaiting these guys out on track. It should be quite an interesting night.
Yeah, absolutely. It should be very intriguing, especially with how close the top 4 are as they get themselves underway on the formation lap. And looking at the tyre strategy, we got a decent mix from Larkin downwards.
If I'm not mistaken as well, this is the first time all season we've actually used mediums and hards as the 2 required compound of tyres. Like together. I think it is.
Yeah, I think you might be right there.
We've had like super softs, ultra softs, softs. We had Baku, of course, a couple of weeks ago, and that was quite intriguing. But Campbell's out on top, Verstappen second, Toxic in third. We come in towards the end of the first sector, towards the end of the middle sector. But Who's your eyes on further down the field? Everyone, it seems like a good split, to be honest, on a set of mediums to a set of hards. All of the guys in a set of mediums are the top 9, plus Kali, Zerdoma, Chill, and Maledictus. Everyone else, Larkin, Josh, Cortez, Pharrell Fury, TDB, Old School, and RGW, all on a set of hards. They'll be going into a set of mediums, you would imagine, around lap 9, lap 10 sort of area. The guys on a set of mediums, it's quite a high degradation track, if I'm not mistaken, around here, so we should be seeing maybe the halfway stage?
Yeah, so, just going over what you said, ones I'm going to be keeping my eyes on. I'm going to be keeping my eyes on this battle between Zerdima and Chill. Very close to each other on track, both in teams that are fighting for third in the Constructors. And also at the sharp end, we got Nathan and Verstappen pretty close as Campbell's in the wall.
Campbell in the wall has spun, coming out through turn number 13. That's a bit of a weird one. I think he did it last week as well, if I'm not mistaken. So Campbell in the walls, and, well, takes avoiding action of Nikita Mazepin, it seems there. But Campbell comes into the final couple of quarters. Verstappen second, Toxic in third. Who's your top 3, though, Mike?
I'm going to go with Verstappen, Toxic, Campbell.
Interesting. I'm going to go Toxic for the win. I'm going to go Dylan for second. I think he's got really good pace in these cars. And for third, I am going to go for Campbell. So there we are. We'll see who gets it right. Final predictions of the season made, and we're about to get going for the feature race here in Bahrain, underneath what I would say is the bright night lights, but they're not. It's beautiful blue skies and sunshine. We've already got a glitch, it seems, as the 5 lights now come on out on track. Finally, Campbell, Verstappen, Toxic, the top 3, and it's lights out and away we go. Campbell gets a really good start, but the second phase goes to Verstappen, and Verstappen's already alongside him. Campbell tries to push him to the wall on the pit wall, but Verstappen on the inside line should get the move down towards turn 1. Watch out for Nathan in behind as well. Nathan tries to make it 3 wide and towards turn 1. Verstappen, Campbell, Toxic, still your top 3, but Toxic gets to the inside line of Campbell, gets the move done. Kali is dropping down the field behind Zerdoma. Larkin has dropped behind Dylan as well. Verstappen, though, on the run up towards turn 4. Campbell leads the way, and Toxic tries to go all the way around the outside of him into second and third as Nathan down the inside line. A bit of contact there between the BWTs. There's a sliding car off in the background. That was Chill, I think, getting a little bit sideways with Pharrell Fury in behind. Verstappen, though, leads the way. Campbell second, Russell in third. Rocco is side by side with Brent coming down in towards turn number 8, and there's a car off in the background of shot. RGW, I think, is off just in the background of shot, and Dylan now going side by side as well with Nolan. Very, very chaotic start.
Yeah, so it was Chill that got the damage running at the back of a car up ahead of him. It was Maledictus down the inside into turn 10, gets the move done on Chill, and almost gets Pharrell Fury with that. Also on those medium tyres, got to be making these moves on the hards as soon as possible. Zerdim had taken very last minute avoiding action from Chill running to the back of, I don't know what car it was, but it was down into turn 4, so Zerdima taking extreme avoiding action. I think that might have been the car you saw go off. But yeah, apart from that, it seems relatively a clean start, but very chaotic.
Verstappen holds the lead, Campbell second, but Nathan and Toxic. We've seen it so far this season where they have been a bit aggressive with each other, and I think it's going to be sort of Nikita Mazepin style here in Bahrain as we come down in towards turn 1 once again. Nathan holds the inside line, Toxic will try and get him around the outside. They've got to watch out for Miami in behind as well. He's currently in 5th, Rocco chasing as well. Now up the hill and towards turn 4, and there's contact, and Nathan's in the wall. Nathan is in the wall, Toxic has spun him round, and immediately it has happened between them both, and Nathan is not going to be entirely happy with that at all. It looked to me if it was desync, to be honest, but regardless, Toxic has put Nathan in the wall, and we've got a full VSC out on track.
Yeah, now what this does, as much as it is unfortunate for Nathan and presumably Toxic as well. I'm not sure if he picked up damage in that. He seems to have got away with it. But as unfortunate that is for them, what this has done now is it's put a an interesting turn of events in terms of this constructors battle.
Yeah, well, I mean, BWT have wrapped up the championship. Primo lead the way with Verstappen. Campbell's there in second. He's about 0.8 of a second off as they come up the hill. Once again in towards turn 12, we are back underway under green flag racing. It's Verstappen who leads, Campbell second, Toxic in third. Just trying to see if there's any reaction from Nathan with regards to that. It looked to me as if it was just a pure bump draft coming out through turn 3. He's caught the back end of him, and he's gone round, and I had a perfect view because I was on board with Toxic at the time. Verstappen though leads, Campbell second, Toxic third, Miami in fourth. We'll get the correct interval timings as they come across the line. TDB, however, is going side by side with RGW down in the background. I've shot the two car lanes fighting side by side. Of course, he's in Yuki Tsunoda's car, RGW in Daravilla's car as well. But Verstappen leads the way, 1.1 seconds, holding the gap nicely. Campbell second, Toxic in third, Miami in fourth. Currently out on track, it looks to me, in terms of the constructors, as further down the field, Cali is going side by side with Cortez. Cortez tries to hold it around the outside on his debut. Cali, though, on the outside line, has a little bit of a half spin. And just about corrects it. Is he going to get the run, maybe, on the back? Nolan is on the back of Brent as well. Dives it very late down the inside. Toxic's picked up a 3-second time penalty. Nathan has left the session. Brent and Nolan, though, going side by side. As Nolan lunges down the inside line, forces his way through, and he's into 6th. Oh, and Brent's been spun! Brent's been spun. I think there was a little bit of, tiny bit of contact there with Dylan, but it looked like he caught the curb, and Dylan has just spun him. Essentially. Oh, there's a car on the wall. Josh is in the wall.
This is heartbreaking. We're seeing a lot go on, and I think that
VSC.
could be... Yeah, another VSC. It didn't come up VSC in the top left for me, unfortunately, but... sorry, it's fixed now.
The joys of the Formula 1 game. Verstappen leads the way, Campbell second, Toxic in third. And yeah, VSC has been deployed. I keep having to press start to try and get the VSC up in the double in the top left. But what this does, Toxic's now got a 3-second penalty. Oh, and there's drive-throughs further down the field since both Carlins that have picked up drive-through penalties by the looks.
No, it's just RJDW drive-through. TDB has a 3-second time penalty, as does Toxic.
Yeah, I thought he was right on the back of him, actually, TDB, so I'm surprised at that. Chill's just been overtaken by Zerda. McCallie is going side by side, but however, Larkin on the back of Dylan, who's actually, that's Nolan coming into the pit lane. I wonder if he's got a little bit of damage coming in. Larkin, though, on the back of Dylan. These two all Division 2 rivals going side by side, both within the championship fights, of course, early on this season. And Larkin is through on a set of hards, and he's into 6th position. Nolan, I don't think, has got any damage. Zerda has tried to clean sails. Chill around the outside, though, in towards turn 1. And now, out of turn 2 and 3, Brent gets him. So Brent's recovering very well. He's already passed Cortez and Cali after that mistake. Running up the hill now, though, and towards turn 4 once again. And Chill is, Cali is on the inside line of Cortez. Tries to get the move done. Not quite close enough. Dylan and Larkin, though, look like they're about to go at it. Nolan looked like he had damage. RGW has gone past him coming out the pits.
Yeah, RJDW serving his drive-through penalty. Nolan did not have any wing damage. There was no repairing at the front wing, so I'm guessing he's just going for the undercut here and trying to get some clear air, but he was slightly held in the pits by RJ serving his drive-through, so he's definitely lost a little bit of time there. As a foul through, he's gone around.
Yeah, Pharrell Fury in the wall. I'm not sure if he had contact with Chill on the exit, and that's... It's the slowest crash I think I've ever seen. Safety car! Safety car now deployed, and safety car glitches on track for me. Very strange. Full safety car, though. We've had 2 VSCs, a safety car. I'm getting complete and utter deja vu from Belgium, Division 4, Division 5, I should say, TTML, back in the day, where we had 5 safety cars. Verstappen and Campbell, though, taking the opportunity to come into the pits.
Yeah, this is a golden time right now for those on the mediums, because they can just come in, have that one pit stop. As we got Dylan into the pits, I think Larkin, yeah, he's going to continue on, so Larkin will effectively take the lead of this race. As
double stack.
All the
double stack with the BWTs. Toxic has been held quite considerably here, and the mechanics are not ready for him. Toxic has been cost, I would say, at least 20 seconds in this pit stop. He's about to get his tyres changed now. They're finally working on the car, and now he is all the way down in 12th position. Absolute disaster.
Yeah, he will jump Chill, who's getting that front wing repaired. So Chill taking the opportunity to get that repaired, and Toxic's going to come out in 13th place.
Look at where RJW's came out, by the way. He's still going on that sort of hard compounded tyres. The rest, actually, who was on a set of hards, have actually came into the pit lane. Cortez has gone for a set of mediums. TDB's picked up a penalty for speeding into the pit lane. But it's Larkin who leads. Old School, second. Both of them have not pitted. Verstappen is in third on a fresh set of hards. And in fact, all the way down to Dylan on a fresh set of hards. RJW's on an older set of hards. But he can go towards the midway point and try and get. He might be wanting another safety car out on track. Everyone else, though, who came in for who started on a set of hards, have actually gone either hards or mediums in Cortez's case.
Yeah, I think most of the people that came into the pits were on the mediums to begin with. Cortez being the exception, who was on the hards coming into the pits. He may pit again if the safety car stays up for one more lap, just to chuck on a set of the hards to the end. But time will tell. But right now, in terms of the constructors, I mean, obviously with us losing Nathan, that takes away a big hope for High Tech, and it leaves, I believe, Zadema to try and go it alone. ART doing a good job at the moment, and we've got Prima, Verstappen there up in the net race lead, and Chill with a lot of work to do down in 15th.
Yeah, Chill I think is going to come out in 12th position if I'm not mistaken, when Larkin, Old School and RGW come into the pit lane. Cortez might even pit as well, just in front of him, so it might actually be up to 11th position. But we'll have to wait and see on what progress he tries to make throughout the field. However, he is drunk, so I'm guessing he's not going to make up any progress whatsoever. Not to be disfair to the boy, he's been at the pub. Why could he not bring the pub to League of Europe season finale Bahrain?
I mean, it's disgraceful behaviour. I mean, I've got right here some squash. I could have some cider with this squash. You could have bought the pub here.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, you're actually the same as me. I've actually got some orange squash as well, but it's like diluted juice. But still, it is what they call squash up in your part of the country. I don't know what they call it here, to be honest. Larkin leads the way, the Old School second, Verstappen in third, and we are halfway through lap 6 at this stage. And, of course, looking at how this race is going to progress, Larkin, Old School, Verstappen currently your top 3, but it is all going to change. Larkin and Old School still going to have to come into the pit lane. I think we might be out for at least another lap in the safety cars, because Callie and TDB are not on the back yet.
Yeah, TDB only just going through turn 4 as he comes to the end of the first sector right now, so TDB is not going to catch up to the back of the pack by the end of this lap. And honestly, I was just scrolling. I just noticed with Nolan. Nolan went for the undercut. This safety car absolutely destroyed his undercut.
Yeah, I mean, he's in 10th position. He's actually in, what, a net P6, 7?
Net 7th once RJ pits as well.
To be honest, it's not too bad, to be honest, of an undercut. But he's got to be wary of guys around him, like Maledictus, like Brent, who do like to get their elbows out. Nolan himself likes to get his elbows out. We've already seen it this race so far. We have got another lap underneath the safety car, though, and I wonder if that is going to bring the likes of RGW into the pit lane. No, it's not. All of the guys in the set of hards have stayed out. Larkin leads the way, though. Old School in second, Verstappen in third at this stage in the race. I'm going to tune into a couple of guys who are live streaming at this stage. RJDW is in his Aston Villa strip at this stage. He's got a flat cap on as well. It's not flat cap weather, to be honest, but he's currently in 8th position.
Aston Villa?
Aston Villa. He is well, he is a big fan of Aston Villa. I remember playing him in a FIFA tournament once. I beat him 3-2. And he was a massive Aston Villa fan. And yeah, he's got an Aston Villa strip on for League of Europe Formula 2. Absolutely terrible. Sunderland all the way.
I'm gonna throw up. Aston Villa.
Aston Villa. Just looking at Verstappen's live stream as well, his tyres looking quite good. They're 84% actually on the front, and I'm just trying to see if actually he flicks through. They're about 7% worn at this stage. RJW, he's on 5-lap old harder tyres. He was on 19%, so actually the set of hards are not doing that well. Everyone else looks like, I don't know what's happening here. Larkin leads the way still. Old school second, Verstappen in third. That was a very, very weird slowdown there by Larkin, if I've got to be honest. And quickly, I'm just going to tune into QVR Campbell's live stream as well, with a very, very weird setup, I may add. But he is also in fifth position, looking to try and fourth position, I should say. He's looking to catch the back of Verstappen, and the safety car is coming in this lap.
Yeah, safety car will be getting us in the way, and I think a guy to keep our eyes on right now is going to be Toxic, down in 13th place. He's got a lot of traffic ahead of him, and I mean, we know Toxic likes to get his elbows out. We know Nolan likes to get his elbows out. This could get a bit spicy between these two.
It could, yeah, but you've got to remember Toxic has got a 3-second time penalty. TDP has also got a 3-second time penalty. But whether that remains to be seen, and whether that affects them towards the end of the race remains to be seen. But Larkin looks like he's going to floor it out in the final corner. Safety car is already into the pit lane. Larkin really, really taking the slow. Could be like a Magello sort of start here. But Larkin comes toward the line, he floors it. Does he floor it? No, it's a bit like with Jello, and now he floors it. Larkin starts us off. Verstappen's got a really good start though, and Old School's already been jumped. He could be at the mercy of Campbell and Miami, and there's contact further down the field. I think Zerdemer has lost a few positions to Cortez, and Cortez is trying to go side by side further down the field. There's 4 wide in the background, I think. It's Larkin he leads, but halfway through, Verstappen in second. Chill has dropped all the way down into 15. There's a bit of contact again. Zerdemer and Maledictus runs wide as well. Goodness me, Miami! And that was Dylan, and Rocco, who came across. There's a bit of front wing damage flying. I think that might have been from Dylan, actually, on his right side end plate. Larkin leads the way, though. Verstappen in second, Campbell in third. Bit like a Magello start, but a very, very hectic start, to say the least, as Rocco forcing the inside on Miami, force him out wide, he's through, and Nolan's going to come through as well. Both the Arc 1 pre-cars trying to go side by side now, in towards turn number 8, but now on the run up towards turns 9 and 10, Nolan rejoins track safely, and he's already up into 7th position. Rocco through, and he's into 5th. Toxic is through, by the way, he's into 10th, and Nolan absolutely lunges at Miami. How's he got that car stopped? I do not know.
Here comes Brent. Brent does a good run on the Nolan, but it doesn't look like there's going to be any room, so he's got to stick behind Miami and Nolan for the time being. It's a side-by-side coming up the hill. Nolan with a big old squeeze here on Miami, but it's still side-by-side, wheel-to-wheel, slight contact, and Nolan trying to switch back there mid-corner.
Goodness me, Toxic trying to go down the inside line. Verstappen's going to run and lock in for the race lead as well, but cuts light in just a second. But on board with Toxic, he's trying to be under pressure. He's under pressure now from Dylan. Dylan is losing positions. Cortez is gaining them positions. He's up into 11th position early on, but back onto the lead, and Larkin leads. Verstappen in second, but here comes Verstappen on the back. Toxic and Dylan are side by side further down the field, but Larkin and Verstappen side by side, running down in towards turn number 1. Is Verstappen going to be late on the brakes? He's much later than Larkin, down the inside line. That's the Division 1 instinct right there, and Verstappen's through, and he's into the lead. Larkin in second. Campbell's got a great run on Larkin now, and he's through. Campbell is through, and there's 3 wide in the background. Toxic, Cortez, and Dylan, I think that was, and Dylan is slightly off. Toxic is off as well. Goodness me, and now Chill is getting involved in this as well. Cortez lagging slightly 4 wide and towards turn 4. Toxic has been, bullied out of that position. TDB spins by himself. TDB in the wall, spins by himself.
This is very chaotic here. What we saw there was 3 wide.
Toxic down the inside line on Dylan, tries to get the move done, but doesn't. Dylan stays 11th, but is he going to have a go in towards turn 10? No, says as they are, as both Tridents, I think that was, Brent and Cortez get caught on each other, and now Chill has got a great one on Cortez. He's side by side, running down in towards turn number 11. Out on track, it's Verstappen leading, Campbell second, Larkin in third. Larkin's lost 2 positions off the start. Toxic is through on Dylan in the meantime, and Chill is through and muscles his way past Cortez.
Yeah, absolutely. Chill, the big benefactor there from that scrap there. So what I saw happen was Toxic lose a bit of traction at the final corner. That gave Cortez a fantastic run on both Toxic and Dylan, making it 3 wide.
Nolan's down the inside of Mark. Mark on the outside line will try and get the switch back, but Nolan's through. Old School now right on the back of him. Chill right on the back of Brent in the background as well. Verstappen leads the way. Campbell in second. Here comes Campbell though on the back of Verstappen. Is he going to try and look to the outside line? Not quite. Nolan and Old School will go back and forth with. Chill and Brent are trying to get on with as well. Campbell tries to get the switch back out through turn 3. He has got the switch back. He's closing in, and now Verstappen switches to the inside line. Campbell now on the outside line. These two good old rivals from the Division 1 days here in League of Europe. Goes around the outside. Campbell and Verstappen. Brilliant moving completed. He is through. TDP is retired into the pit lane. Campbell is into the lead of the race. Bold stuff around the outside of Verstappen. Larkin now in third. On lap 10 of 16. But goodness me, we've about had as much action as you see in a Formula 2 season around here.
Yeah, it is a very chaotic since the safety car restart, and I believe we've got Cortez and Chill and Old School having a nice little battle there for P7. Old School on those 9 lap orders. Cortez is down the inside of Chill into turn 10.
I think he might get it done, you know. Chill's on the outside line, but actually Old School blocks him, and now Chill forces the issue, and now Old School is side by side with him. Chill's going to have a sensational run, though, with the DRS. Surely he's through down the inside line. Yes, Chill is through, and he's into 7th position. He might be drunk, but he's certainly not driving it that way. Chill is through, and he's into 7th, but Old School tries to go all the way around the outside through 12, tries to get the switch back. Never going to get that one done through turn 12. Toxic now right on the back of Cortez, but goodness me, it's side by side, and Toxic tries to do out Cortez around the outside. He picks up a 3-second time penalty. Cortez now, and Brent is going to try and make it 3 wide down in towards turn 14. Campbell, Verstappen, Larkin, by the way. Well, we can ignore that battle for now because there's no battle out in front. Campbell leads, Verstappen second, Larkin in third, Rocco in fourth. Here comes Brent on the back of Cortez. Chill now is getting under pressure from Old School, but here comes Toxic. Toxic now to the inside on an Old School. Old School will have to pit, remember. Larkin will have to pit as well. Up and down the field. Toxic down the inside line. Gets the move done. Yes, Old School ran out deep, and Toxic is through, and he's in 8th position. Dylan is now the late to retire, and RGW into the pits for a set of mediums.
Yeah, so RJW now into the pits as Cortez down the inside of Old School into turn 4.
To be fair to him, lovely stuff. Yeah, Cortez, lovely stuff. Brilliant stuff from Cortez, and he's through, and he's into 9th position. Stuff is now my favourite word, apparently. Brent now on the back of Old School. He'll try and switch it to the inside line. Old School has not got the pace in these cars whatsoever. He should stick to Division 3 in Formula 1. Campbell leads the way. Verstappen in second, Larkin third, Rocco in fourth. Mark's not going to be happy that I said that now.
Yeah, Mark's going to be gunning for you now.
Yeah, Division 1 comms are now saying goodbye for F1 2021. Toxic on the back of Chill, running down in towards turn 11. Is he late on the brakes? No, Toxic's been a little bit more patient now, trying to get through the traffic. He has got the pace, and he's passed quite a few drivers out on track, but he has got a 6-second time penalty. Chill backs up in towards turn 10, through turn 12 even, I should say, now through 13. Campbell leads the way. Verstappen, though, is getting mightily close once again. On the back of Campbell, runs out through the final corner of the Prima, on the back of the BWT. Of course, BWT have already wrapped up the championship. Verstappen now comes across, sets a new fastest up the race. DRS now enabled. Is he going to look to the outside line? Campbell will try and move across on him, but Verstappen, I think, has got this move done. Round the outside goes the Dutchman on the Scotsman. The Scotsman holds the inside line, though. Verstappen's there on the inside and gets pinched up with a 3-second time penalty, and Larkin's going to have the run on both of them. Campbell leads, Verstappen second, Larkin in third. Campbell gave Verstappen plenty of room, but Verstappen chose to be there on the inside line, and he himself, I think, has picked up that 3-second penalty, because that gap, yeah, was going to close, but he chose to be there. He tried to get the run on Campbell as Larkin's into the back of him.
Yeah, Larkin there just a little bit eager on the brakes there into the back of Verstappen as
Maledictus has got both Zerdam and Old School. That's what that move was.
I was going to say that Toxic just managed to get past Chill for the 7th place as well, in behind at the same time as the Verstappen Campbell battle was on. So the BWTs and the Primas really going at it here today on lap 12.
Oh, I need to fan myself down. Honestly, I'm sweating here in the commentary box. Campbell leads the way, Verstappen in second, Larkin in third. This is what you get if you built up a lot of fat over the winter. Campbell leads the way, Verstappen in second, Larkin in third, Rocco in fourth. Rocco's not entirely out of this. He's on 6-lap younger tyres basically compared to Larkin. Larkin still has to make his pit stop, I should say. Rocco is going to be the one that is going to try and challenge Verstappen and Campbell, maybe for the race win.
I mean, here's the thing. I mean, we said coming into this as Larkin peels off into the pits, the battle is for third place between Rocco and Campbell. Verstappen right now, he has that 3-second time penalty. He's only 2.22 seconds ahead of Rocco, so at the moment he is going to drop behind Rocco. So it'd be Campbell with the win and Rocco would be second if it remains the gap as it is right now.
Nathan's just joined us back, by the way. I wonder if it causes any lobby glitch. I'm on board, by the way, with an incident that's been put in. Pharrell Fury has just put in his incident of what happened. It was chill on the inside line. He ran out deep. And I'm just trying to write, because we haven't got much action out on tracks. I'm just watching it, and I've just missed it, actually, as I was looking up at my screen. And Chill was on the inside of Pharrell Fury, and Pharrell Fury has been spun. And, wow, that is literally a crash at not even 10 kilometers an hour.
Yeah, I did see that he was trying to get his car turned around, and he literally made the slightest contact with the wall. I've had this before where you just touch the wall and your wheel pops off.
Yeah, absolutely horrible, I think, and hopefully they are getting it sorted out. Of course, I know quite a few of the guys have been doing the F1 2021 beta. Jordan, by the way, Mark not getting higher than third gear to give everyone else a chance. What a guy. What a guy. He's down in 12th position, but he's, well, ruined himself, really, in terms of strategy, because he could be right down the back of the field behind even RGW. Campbell leads the way, Verstappen in second. There's not really much going on now out on track, I've got to be honest. Rocco in third has gapped down 2.3 seconds. I don't think he's going to get that gap. Miami's in fourth, Nolan in fifth, Toxic in sixth. Closest battles, Maledictus and Brent has not got DRS on the back of Cortez, and he's now, yeah, Old School's into the pit lane. Maledictus not close enough to Brent. I wonder if he's going to get the run up towards turn 4 though.
We'll have to see.
No.
Maledictus, nah, he just doesn't have the run to really put Brent under pressure. He will close up a little bit, but not enough to go for a move as Old School. I believe he's going to come out behind RJDW, so that could be an interesting battle going on to the final 2 laps. Actually, never mind, RJDW is miles ahead.
Yeah, RJW is out of the pit lane. Old School's on the exit of the pit lane. It's about 5.5, 6 seconds maybe the gap. Campbell now under pressure once again from Verstappen. These two Division 1 rivals, they've been at each other's throats since the start of this season and Season 5 of Division 1, which, of course, you can catch on a Saturday night, hopefully going forward. Campbell leads the way, Verstappen in second, Rocco in third, and I have got an exclusive at the end of the stream. You won't want to miss it. Campbell, Verstappen, Rocco are the top 3.
I'm very intrigued about this exclusive. I get told nothing. I get told nothing.
You get told nothing, I get told nothing, but it's actually to do with me. So, Verstappen's on the back of Campbell running down the straight. Whether you want to tune in and listen to that exclusive is totally up to you. Verstappen, new fastest lap of the race. Here he comes at Campbell, penultimate lap of the race. Duel in the desert about to begin, and Verstappen's on the outside line of Campbell. Tries to lock up actually into turn 1. Campbell tries to go all the way around the outside of him, but Verstappen is through. Or is he? Because Campbell's going to get the run. Verstappen, remember, has got a 3-second penalty, and now Campbell is going to launch it down the inside line in towards turn number 4. He's on the inside line. Verstappen on the outside line. Verstappen's going to try and switch it back, though, to the inner, but Campbell is through. Brilliant stuff between them both. Campbell's through, and he's into the lead of the race. Verstappen in second. That is what you like to call racing.
Yep, and what that has done, unfortunately for Verstappen, just having that battle with Campbell for the first sector, is it has lost him all of 0.6 of a second to Rocco, and with only a lap and a half left to get that gap back up to over 3 seconds, I don't see that happening now.
I do not see that happening whatsoever, and yeah, Verstappen, it's 2.7 seconds to be honest to Rocco. Rocco looks like he's losing the time. The only reason I think Verstappen could probably do this is Toxic's right on the back of Nolan. That could be quite an interesting battle. Verstappen's on the back of Campbell as well. The only reason I think Verstappen will actually be out of 3 seconds to Rocco is Rocco has not got DRS. That's going to be the disadvantage, and there's 3 DRS zones around this track. One down the start-finish straight, one up in towards turn 4, and one down in towards turn 11. There's 3 opportunities there to gap that out to 3 seconds.
Yeah, but Verstappen should be alongside Campbell and have to go for the move into turn 1, and then they're just going to be battling again.
Yep, down the inside line he goes. We're going to cut on board with Toxic and Nolan as well. They come across the start-finish line to start the final lap. It's Verstappen who leads the way. Campbell in second, and it looks like Verstappen has got that move done. It's outside of 3 seconds, briefly. Outside of 3 seconds, and now Campbell's going to try and get the run. I wonder if Campbell's going to sit back and maybe let Verstappen try and get that 3-second gap. It's going to be interesting to see. Toxic, by the way, got the move done on Nolan, and Nolan hasn't got a response. So Campbell, on the back of Verstappen, coming in towards the end of the first sector for the final time in this feature race. The sprint race, God almighty, is still to come. Verstappen leads the way. Campbell in second. The gap is about 2.8 seconds. Verstappen can do this.
Yeah, it looks like... oh, it's Campbell there. Big wheel spin moment, and that should relieve the pressure from Verstappen for being attacked by Campbell. So all he's got to do is just focus on perfecting this final sector to get that gap. Is 2.8 seconds.
It's 2 tenths to set fine basically in the final sector. That's what he's got to do, and he's now got to put in the fastest lap of the race essentially to try and get a really good result in this feature race, because he is on the brink of winning this. It's 2.9 seconds now. The gap is increasing. Verstappen runs out through turn number... Oh, I thought he picked up a 3-second time penalty there. It's Mark. He picked up a 3-second penalty. I don't think it's enough for Verstappen, but Verstappen now running in towards turn 14 for the final time. Comes around the final corner in the feature race. He is going to win out on track, but is he going to win it? Hands down. Verstappen to the line. Campbell will get second, and I think Rocco will get third. It's 2.9 seconds. Oh, it's 800ths of a second off. Miami finishes in fourth. Toxic's going to drop down the field as well. He could be even outside of the reverse grid pole. Maledictus and Brenton nearly going side by side to the line. And Toxic is 7th. Toxic is 7th. Yeah, front row with Cortez, which is going to be quite interesting. Maledictus across the line in 10th was right on the back of Brent. Cali, Division 2 champion, coming around the final corner to finish in 12th. Larkin will come across the line to finish in 13th. Disappointing from his perspective. He tried to go mediums late. Oh no, bangs in the new fastest up the race. Why he does that, and RGW now coming around the final corner. Last season's Division 2 champion is going to finish in 14th. And Old School is going to be around the final corner. And those celebratory donuts. You do realise you've got one more race to go? We'll race too early.
I don't think Mark... Yeah, Mark, you're a bit too early, lad. Cross the line. We don't have time for this.
Yeah, a bit too early. Don, by the way, saying a QVR 1-2, DRS trying to pull the 3 seconds to Rocco. Yeah, that's what they tried to do. Wasn't enough in the end. Rocco got him by 800ths of a second. And Old School, who's now channeled in a Callum Ilott, is now around the final corner to come across the line in 15th position. Maledictus has been awarded Driver of the Day, awarded by the in-game fans for the feature race. Who's your Driver of the Day, though? In the comment section, let us know for the feature race. The sprint race, of course, still to come. God almighty, I hope my voice holds up. But Campbell has took the top step of the podium. Rocco in second, and Verstappen in third. And the gap now between them, I'm just going to quickly go to the driver's standings coming into the final couple of rounds.
3 points.
3 points the gap. And I make that 1 point advantage Campbell, final round.
This is going to be a battle and a half.
Campbell and Rocco. Campbell's now third in the championship, by the way, I should say. I believe, because he's won, Rocco finishing in second, I believe Campbell has got 25 points. And actually,
well.
I've read that wrong. And he has got pole, but I don't think you get anything for pole, if I'm not mistaken, unless you get a point for pole position. It's either 3 or 4 points, is what I can say. Campbell has won. Rocco second, Verstappen third, Miami fourth, Nolan fifth, Chill 14th up to 6th. Good race from him. Toxic, Cortez, Brent, Maledictus top 10. And we're not going to run through the rest of the field because everyone's readied up in time. Toxic, though, leading the way. Have wrapped up the championship, of course. Verstappen's now wrapped up second. We can confirm that. Rocco and Campbell, I'm just looking through. I don't...
Yeah, there's 2 points. It's 2 points for pole position.
2 points for pole position. And a point for fast laps, so 2 points for pole position. And what was the gap? 3 points. So hang on. He's got 27 to 22. So actually, it's a gap of 5. So Campbell leads by Rocco for third position, 2 points. Wow.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. That's all I'm going to say.
It's going to be really interesting, and it's going to be one of those races, I think, that could go down either in the history books or either as Welcome to the Wacky Races. I think it's probably going to be this race, because it's the final race of the season. They may as well go hell for leather, they may as well go for broke, but we have to wait and see. Hopefully everyone stays clean out on track. Nathan has joined the session. It hasn't caused any glitches for now, at least, out on track, and we're about to get underway. 12 laps awaiting these guys out on track. Everyone's starting on a set of hard compound tyres. Cortez and Toxic, front row of the grid. Chill Nolan, second row. Miami Verstappen, third row. Rocco Campbell, fourth row. That is the battle we're going to be watching.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, we forgot to bring it up, but there was a monstrous battle for sixth in the championship between Nathan, Zudema, Miami, and Larkin. They were all separated, all four, by 7 points.
Yeah, and Brent was only 12 points behind Nathan as well. So, God knows, my maths capabilities cannot extend to that battle for sixth, I'm afraid. We're just going to have to see when the standings are released by the end of tonight who has actually came out on top for 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th position. RGB is not entirely out of that either, but he's starting in 14th. Just looking, actually, Nathan is starting dead last. Nathan is starting right at the back of the field in P20. So if he's got any chance of that 6th position, I think it's gone out the water now, with Zerdimer, Miami and Larkin and the likes picking up points. Brent's also finishing. So I believe they've moved now ahead, at least quite a few of them have moved ahead of Nathan.
I believe Miami now has taken 6th place with, I believe it was a 4th place in the feature race, as
yep.
I believe we've just seen a Prima fly off of Chill. So this is why you don't go to the pub before an F2 race.
Yep, don't drink and drive, kids, I think is what we can say. Chill is now in behind Cortez, and Cortez has actually spun around as well on this formation lap. Oh, and he nearly spins the car again as I ride on board with him. Goodness me, he's now going to fly past like Nikita Mazepin down the straight, and Chill just does the same. Chill just flies past everyone, and I think these guys are having a bit of fun on this last formation lap of the season. Nathan has spun, coming out of 13. I think trying to warm up the tyres, he has Nikita Mazepin'd that car into the wall.
Yeah, I was just doing a quick bit of maths here. Miami has taken a 6th place now. He was 6 points behind Nathan before the race, and he scored 15 points.
Oh, you cross up there?
Yeah, Miami is 12 points ahead of Nathan going into this final race.
So Miami might actually have this. Quickly before we begin, top 3.
Toxic, Verstappen, and I'm going to go Miami on the final step of the podium.
5 red lights then about to go out for the final time this season, and maybe the final time on the game, and it's lights out and away we go. Cortez has got a terrible start, and Toxic is already through, down in towards P1, and down in towards turn 1 we go for the final time. Chill leads Toxic leads the way, Cortez second, Chill in third, and immediately there's a little bit of contact further down the field. There's 3 wide in the background. Nolan and Rocco going side by side, and Nolan has spun Rocco, and Rocco is round and he's out. And his dreams of picking up P3 already have been hit by the wayside. No matter who it was his own teammate that spun.
And I'm not sure, but I can't do the math off the top of my head, but I think that's big for the constructors as well. So I'm not sure if Prima still have a chance to overtake ART yet.
I don't know. I think Prima are actually ahead, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, and Maledictus has got Nolan. Sorry, Maledictus steaming Nolan up the inside there, back into the restart from the VSC. Toxic leads the way, Chilla in second, Cortez in third, Miami in fourth. Maledictus, not really sure what he was trying to do. He obviously flinched, basically, off that restart. Callie is now under pressure from Dylan in behind. Both Excel boys are trying to battle, as now Callie tries to look onto the back of Larkin. Larkin's lacking quite profusely. Out on track, certainly on my end. And Callie is in 12th. But for now, we're back underway, and Toxic leads, and Toxic now champions drive. 1.2 seconds already clear.
Yeah, I mean, if Toxic's on the front row and you haven't got Verstappen or Campbell alongside him, you know he's just going to build that gap pretty easily.
Yeah, I mean, Campbell has now wrapped up P3 as a result of Rocco spinning. Don't think he's going to be happy, to be honest, with Nolan. It looks like he just almost speared in front of him as I rode on board. Miami is now on the back of Cortez. This is for third position. I wonder if Miami's going to try and launch it down the inside line here, and he does. Oh, and there's a little bit of contact, and now launch it to the outside line. Job done. Miami gets Cortez around the outside line, and now Zerdimer is going to get on the back of Brent further down the field. Larkin is trying to chase this as well. I don't know where everyone is, to be honest, out on track now. I'm just trying to flick through. Cortez. Verstappen is down the inside of Cortez, and Verstappen is through. And Campbell follows him through as well. Campbell follows through Cortez, through Verstappen, and they're up now, and that is for P4 and 5.
Yep, Verstappen making the move down the inside. Campbell seeing the opportunity to follow through. Good stuff there from Campbell. And honestly, I was just doing some quick maths in my head for this constructors battle for second place. I think ART they've done enough because both outscored. Well, Rocco outscored Verstappen and Nolan outscored Chill in the feature race. So I think it's pretty much wrapped up for second in the constructors.
Nothing is said and done though in Formula 1 and Formula 2 especially. Toxic. Look at the gap. It's 2.3 seconds. He may as well go for a stroll around the desert, to be honest, here in Sakia. A Toxic leads on the run up towards turn number 14 once again. He leads the way. Chiller's in second. Miami third. Verstappen in fourth. Campbell fifth. Cortez sixth. Nolan, Maledictus, Brent right on the back of Maledictus into the final corner. Doesn't get quite the move done there. Toxic need fastest lap of the race. Larkin and Zerdimer side by side. I think Zerdimer actually made a mistake slightly out of the final corner. Here comes Brent on the back of Maledictus. Is he going to be quite close enough in the Trident in Moinasani's car? He tries to look to the inside line. Maledictus takes the middle line. He runs into the back actually of Nolan ahead of him. Larkin and Callie though. Zerdimer going side by side with Callie. And just about holds Callie off for now. Callie now, Division 2 champion up against Zerdimer. And Dylan now right on the back of this as well. It's an all-XL affair for 10th to 13th. And Zerdimer sailed it around the outside line. He nearly ran into the back of Larkin. Callie's going to get the run once again. And Dylan has spun. Dylan is in the wall. And that might deploy safety car. Dylan's in the wall. And Josh is in the wall as well. And now we've definitely got a safety car. We have got a safety car. Josh has spun by himself, I think, in behind. I didn't quite catch that. But Toxic leads, Chill second, Miami in third. Safety car, 2 cars crash out of turn 4.
It's getting pretty pretty hectic here in the sprint race, and Toxic's probably not going to be happy with that. Yeah, the commanding lead.
Yeah, he's not going to be happy with that at all. But this spawns the question: with there being a safety car out, do these guys go on a set of mediums?
I mean, it might be worth for the likes of Larkin, Zudema downwards.
Because we are on lap 3, going on lap 4, and this is where you can make your mandatory pit stop.
Well, we have to see.
Obviously not in the sprint race, but I'm referring that to the feature race. Hopefully you got that.
Yeah.
Toxic
we'll
stays
have to
out.
see who comes in the pits.
No one is other. Campbell, ooh, thought he was going to come in. And nobody is coming into the pit lane. Or have we? Yeah, we've got Pharrell Fury coming in. TDB's coming in further down the field. And so is Nathan, interestingly. So Nathan, Pharrell Fury, TDB, all into the pit lane. All presumably to put on a set of medium compounded tyres. It looks as if there's a set of hards out there for somebody. I think that might be for TDB. Pharrell Fury's got a set of mediums out, and so has Nathan. So I think TDB... That was my eyesight there. It looked like he had a white wall tyre out in his pit box. As Nathan is out of the pit lane in front of Pharrell Fury.
And yeah, I've just done some maths for the constructors. Yet ART have second wrapped up. Gap is 42 points. I believe the maximum in the sprint race is 33. So there's no hope for Prima of coming back here.
No hope for Prima, but I wonder if there's hope for Toxic still in this race. It is lap 4 out of 12, we're third all the way through. Chilton second, Miami in third. So car got spearing off in the background. That was Brent going off. Brent went off. I'm not sure if there's any damage on that car. It looked like he went into the wall, or it spun coming out of turn 10. He hasn't got damage, but that's a scary moment for Brent.
Yeah, and I wonder if old school Cali, RJW, and Redeemer now decide, okay, maybe we can chuck the mediums on. Safety car is going to be out for another lap.
Yeah, safety car is going to be out for another lap, but I wonder if the likes of Nathan, Pharrell Fury and TDB, I wonder if they're going to be quick enough with a massive DRS train in front of them to try and get through the field. I don't think they will. I think they've probably gone for the set of mediums, thinking that they were going to be the quicker tyre. They are going to be the quicker tyre, but everyone on the set of hards are going to be staying in a big DRS train. Is actually Toxic. Oh, I thought he was coming into the pit lane there. You absolute devil. As we do get RGW and Old School in.
Yep, I had a feeling someone else would dive into the pits. Old School and RJDW all into the pit lane. They will come out in 16th and 17th respectively, as Nathan now gets up into 13th, and he'll be glad to see at least some people dive into the pits. Less cars for him to overtake, but he does have a lot of work to do up ahead.
Does have a lot of work to do. Nathan 13th position, Cali 12th, but he's on a fresh set of mediums, and I wonder if he's going to channel his cleaner inner Nikita Mazepin out on track. Toxic leads the way, Chilling second, Miami in third, Verstappen in fourth, Campbell in fifth, as we are underneath the safety car for what could be the final safety car on this game, this final safety car as well. Rocco, by the way, has just thrown a very, very awkward comment to Nolan in the Discord. You are trash to Nolan. And that's because Nolan spun in front of him.
I mean, it's the end of the season, so I think they waited till the final race of the season to have that implosion in the ART team.
I wonder if we're going to have another lap in the safety car. Old School and RGW have not got onto the back yet, but we'll see if the safety car lights are going to go on. But Toxic is there. Safety car lights, I don't think are going to go off unless they go off around turn 13. No, I don't think they are. I think we've got... Oh, and this is a very, very late... I've seen it before. It's a very, very late safety car lights when they go off. If Old School and RGW get on before the final corner, but they're not. And we've got another lap under the safety car. Toxic leads the way, Chilling second, Miami in third. Toxic is wanting to get the safety car maybe on with things a little bit here. Toxic just weaving towards the pit wall, maybe to clean up his tyres slightly, not to run onto the marbles. Toxic leads the way, Chilling second, Miami in third. Everyone is now latched onto the back pretty much on this safety car queue. But lap 7 is when we're going to get back underway, Mike.
Yep, and lap 7, I believe that's 6 frantic laps of the race remaining. We've got guys on the medium tyres going to be looking to try and use the advantage of those mediums to try and pick their way through, as Cali and Nathan in swap positions. I guess in Cali just trying to warm up his brakes and everything, and Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I'm curious to see how these guys on the mediums are going to be able to get through on these guys on the hards.
Yeah, I mean, Nathan is the lead of that pack. We know Nathan is a very quick driver. Pharrell Fury is a quick driver on his day as well. But it's just how much they try and gain within the 2 laps that they've got, basically, to try and run onto the likes of Nolan, Maledictus, and the likes further up the field. That's where I think they're going to get, if and only if they get a really, really good start. Nathan, by the way, is lagging quite profusely out on track once again. He drops in behind Callie, but we are going to be under green flag racing once again. The virtual Burt Marlander will pull in, and Toxic will be then the virtual Burt Marlander coming out of turn 13. Chill is in behind, and for somebody that has been to the pub all day, he's actually not doing a bad job.
He's doing a great job at the moment. I've been in second place, and yeah, he's top 8 finish on the feature race, and he's currently in the podium spot on the sprint race. I think he might need to go to the pub more often.
Yeah, I think Zerdimer, at least, is certainly not going to be happy with his drunken antics last week, and he did appallingly. He only got 7 points. Chill got more than you in 1 race. That's all I'm saying. Toxic leads the way. Chill in second, Miami in third, as we are about to get back underway, and I wonder where Toxic is going to go. I wonder if it's going to be like a sort of Magello start like Larkin put to the rest of the field underneath the safety car, and you can see everyone backing up in behind. It's a good consistent pace here from Toxic. You can see in the ring mirror to the right hand side there is Chill in the background. I wonder if he's going to floor out of the final corner. He's waiting, he's still waiting. When's he going to go? He'll probably go pretty much on the pit wall, I would think. Toxic now out of the final corner. It's a good consistent pace, but he's got to get a move on because we haven't got all night. Toxic now, is he going to floor it? He's going to floor it pretty much at the adjacent to the pit entry, and now he says go, but Chill has actually wrecked it quicker, and Chill has got alongside him. Verstappen has got alongside Miami. Yeah, Cortez is alongside Campbell. It's a disastrous start from Toxic, and now he's got Chill on the outside line. Verstappen on the inside line. Campbell comes in steaming in behind on Miami. It's full wide coming out of turn 1. Cortez is the one that's actually lost out on all 4 positions. Miami, Campbell, and now Maledictus right on the back. Cortez is running side by side with Nolan. Hectic restart. Toxic leads. Chill in second. Verstappen in third. Both Primas are second and third. They've got a massive chance actually to pick up third still in the standings. Cortez on the back of Nolan. Maledictus. It's a very clean start, I've got to be honest.
Nolan runs deep in the middle of the S, that gives Cortez a chance, but here comes Maledictus, but the tighter line is 3 wide.
Oh my god.
And it's
Nathan! That's Nathan steaming down the inside there. Goodness me, absolutely launched it, but he's through on Larkin, and Larkin flagging very a lot in behind. Be careful, because I don't want to DC. Nolan forces Cortez out wide, got caught on the curb, and now look at Nathan. Nathan has absolutely steamrolled his way through the field here. He is now on the inside of Nolan, possibly for P6. Nolan, there's a little bit of lag there slightly, but he's through nonetheless. Nolan, so late on the brakes. Nathan, I should say, so late on the brakes on Nolan. He is through, he's into P6, and now Nathan has got Campbell up the road, 0.8 of a second away is Cortez. Never going to get that one done. Kept it out the wall, luckily, and Cortez has spun round, and yeah, Maledictus on the back of Larkin. Larkin again lagging down the straight, but Toxic leads the way. Chill in second, Verstappen in third, Miami fourth, Campbell in fifth, Brent, Maledictus, Pharrell Fury, Cortez. Cortez is the one dropping all the way down the field. He started fourth at the start of this. The safety car started, and now Zerdimer is right on the back of Brent and Maledictus, running down the straight. It's nearly 3 wide. Are they going to fan out to make it 3 wide? No. Brent on the inside line. It's 3 wide in the background. Actually, Zerdimer is involved in a 3 wide, and it's Pharrell Fury, yeah, right on the outside of him. And now Campbell's got the run on Miami. This is for fourth. Campbell down the inside line. Is he going to pull it off? He gets a little bit of squivel, and now Nathan runs into the back of Campbell, and he's in the wall, and another safety car out on track, and Nathan is out of the race, possibly looking like he was going to win. Maledictus and Zerdimer have picked up 5-second penalties as well. Toxic leads, Chill second, Verstappen in third. Second safety car of this race. What a way to end off the season.
I'm in shock. We had such a good restart there from Nathan. You predicted he could get up to around Nolan by the end of the race. He got Nolan in the first lap, and he loosened it just running into the back of, I can't remember if it was Miami or Campbell he ran into the back of, but yeah, he just ran into the back and then lost it after the initial contact.
I honestly feel like Mark Webber on the Channel 4 commentary, just going, ah! That's never to be repeated. Toxic leads the way. Chill in second. Verstappen in third. That's now going to go down in League of Europe history and into my commentator's show reel, I think. Toxic leads the way. Chill in second. Verstappen in third. Underneath the safety car, does everyone come in for a set of mediums and put it in for a sprint?
Nah, surely not.
No, Toxic doesn't come in. Chill. Verstappen not coming in. Yeah, it's too much risk, I think. You're going to lose so much time. Larkin, however, is in. Larkin and Maledictus is in, and so is Zerdimer, and so is Callie, I think, further down the field. Yeah, all four of them in. Larkin from wing.
Yeah, I think Larkin and Zerdimer are in repair their front wings. Maledictus to get rid of that 5-second stop-go penalty. Callie, I think, just get the mediums on.
Zerdimer has got a 5-second penalty as well, so he's going to serve that up, and he's going to be right down, diddly squat, right at the back of the field when he comes out of the pit lane. Larkin is past him already. Zerdimer is still getting those front tyres put on, and he's going to be about 4 seconds in behind coming out of the pit lane. Toxic though leads, Chill in second, Verstappen in third. The likes of Pharrell Fury, the likes of TDP, they're going to be around the same point in terms of tyre wear than Brent and Nolan ahead. Have they still got a chance of actually making their way up the field?
It's going to be interesting to see if they are going to be able to do that, because, I mean, as you said, the tyres are... I mean, I know they're getting some free laps under the safety car, which should help those mediums keep their freshness, their grippiness against hards, so you gotta think they can do it, but will they have the pace to match the likes of Nolan, Campbell, who throughout the season have been consistently up there in that top 8?
Who knows what's going to happen, to be honest, out on track. I mean, for Fury TDP, they have got a chance to try and make their way through the field, but Toxic is the one that holds the keys to the throne at this stage. He's already been crowned the champion, and you can already see that he is trying to get on with things out on track, running down in towards the final couple of corners. He runs into the back of the safety car. He doesn't want to do that. He'll get disqualified. And actually, I'm going to do another final season round check on everyone who is streaming their races. So I'm going to tune in now to Campbell. So Campbell is the first one I'm tuning into. He's got a little bit of volume going on there. And he currently is on about 83% warm on his front left, out on track. Chill, Verstappen as well. Verstappen will go on board with him now. You probably can't see this, I'm just getting this up on my stream. And Verstappen is third. He's behind Chill, but he hasn't got any tyre wear data showing at this stage. But everyone should get onto the back of the back of the safety car very soon indeed. The likes of Maledictus still yet to get onto the back. But we'll go on board with RJW as well. RJDW is there. And still in his Aston Villa strip. He's actually got an Aston Villa cap on, by the way. That's the cap that he's wearing. I've just seen that.
I thought my mouth a bit.
Aston Villa. Terrible. Terrible.
I tell you what though, in the chat we do have your F1 Division 1 co-commentator in the chat.
Wait,
Mr. Daniel Field is in the chat.
I thought it was Luke Etheridge for a minute there. Sorry, Dan. You said I forgot. I misheard you say League of Europe. I thought you meant TTML. Oh, terrible. Yeah, but Dan's saying this is real, this is me, this is exactly where I'm supposed to be now. Hello. Well, that's from a song, but I can't think of what song lyrics it is. I'm not going to sing it on the stream. We haven't got DRS, by the way, for the final 2 laps. I just thought I'd put that out. Safety car in. Camp Rock.
No.
Camp Rock. That's where I know it from. Disney Channel, 2000 and odd. All you have to know.
Hey, look, right? If it's not after Lion King, I don't know it. Okay.
Well, I wonder if anybody is going to be having the circle of life after tonight's race. That's terrible. That is terrible.
That's poor from you. That's poor.
That is absolutely terrible. I wonder if Toxic's going to be king of the swingers by the end of this. Who remains to be seen? Toxic, Chill. Verstappen's going in top 3.
Jungle Book, I respect it.
Yeah, and now we've got the bare necessities because Toxic now has gone already on the run down the straight. Chill and Verstappen are going to be side by side, probably down in towards turn 1, but Toxic has broken away. It's 0.6 of a second. Verstappen now right on the back of Chill. He looks to the inside line, but he's not going to get the move done. Miami comes steaming in behind as well. TDB, Pharrell Fury, TDB dives it down the inside of Pharrell Fury. There's contact slightly. TDB, however, is through, and he's into P8, fresh from his TTML Division 2 ban that he's got, as Pharrell Fury picks up a 3-second penalty. Cortez is now on the inside line, trying to look down the inside line. He's already been spun himself once. Looks the inside line and Pharrell Fury, they're side by side, coming out through turn 5 and now in towards 6 and 7. Still side by side, beautiful helicopter cam. Cortez on the outside, Pharrell Fury on the inside. Little bit of wheel banging, little bit of contact again, but still they battle. Cortez dives it down the inside line. Is he going to get the move done? No, I think Pharrell Fury has got the traction. He does. And look at Old School, yeah. Old School is trying to give him a lesson out on track and now looks the inside line. He forced him off track. Looks the inside, Cortez. Traction, ran the outside, job done.
Yep, and we got R12 directly behind this as well, sniffing an opportunity to have a look on Old School, but doesn't make the move. As we got support for Old School in the chat from V8 saying, "Go on, Mark."
Right, it's Division 3 champion, of course. We've got to remember that. Toxic, by the way, is our champion here in Division 1 of F2. Kali, Division 2 champ is round. And he's gone straight on, I think, there, actually. He might have went straight on. He's in the wall. And that is him pretty much out of contention. So Kali's pretty much out of this now. Toxic leads the way. Final lap of the race has begun. New fastest lap of the race by Toxic. Just comes to show how many race laps we've actually had. Chill in second, Verstappen in third, Campbell in fourth, Miami in fifth. Coming across the line. Brent trying to get onto the back of Nolan. I wonder if this is going to be quite close in towards turn 1. It's not. Cortez on the outside line. Not quite. Zerma dives at a Maledictus. Oh, and there's a little bit of contact, and actually we could have 3 wide up the hill and towards turn 4. Look at this, Chill, Campbell, Verstappen. Campbell tries to go all the way around the outside of Verstappen. Verstappen holds for P3 though.
I tell you what we're seeing right now is a fantastic drive from Chill, half cut, just got back from the pub. He's loving life and he's on course to get a podium here.
He must have freshened himself up. He must have had some water or coffee or something. As Nolan and Brent are side by side in towards 10. Nolan gets the move done. Lovely stuff.
Yeah, nice move there from Nolan. Bit of wheel banging, but all fair in love and war. And Nolan up into 6th place.
Toxic then coming up the hill through turn 11, through turn 12. Our Division 1 champion here in Formula 2 is putting on a show and has absolutely flown away from Chill in these final couple of laps. He rounds turn 13. He's already weaving down the straight. You might crash still. Toxic in towards turn 14 and 15. Verstappen and Chill's going to be very close round the final corner. Toxic rounds the final corner. He is going to win, but I wonder if Verstappen's going to try and nab Chill on the line here. Toxic round the final corner to win. Verstappen, has he got enough on the back of Chill? I don't think he has. Chill weaves for second. Verstappen in third, Campbell in fourth. An epic race. Miami in fifth, Nolan, Brent. Cortez in the end in eighth. There's front wing damage coming across the line. Old School. RW Larkin 300ths of a second away from RGW. TDB, Zerdamer, Pharrell Fury, Maledictus dropping all the way down the field, and Kali rounds the final corner. His Division 2 success from earlier on not coming back to bite him in Division 1, but he comes across the line to finish in 16th position. How did we get 16 finishes out of that race? I do not know. But out on track, Toxic dominant, and drive the day water by the in-game fans. Old School?
I'm going to go with it. Old School. Brilliant. Yep.
Toxic to the top step of the podium, however, and that wraps up the season here in League of Europe, in Formula 2, and here in Division 1. It's been fantastic to bring the action once again. Toxic, though, has won. out on track, and we'll cut to the grid order because I've got 2 announcements at the end of this stream I've just clicked on. Toxic has won though, out on track, fastest lap of the race, 140.2, just comes to show the clear air around here really does do you the business. Chill in 2nd, Verstappen in 3rd, Campbell in 4th, Miami in 5th, Nolan 6th, Brent in 7th, Cortez in 8th, dropped all the way down the field, actually recovered well in the end. Old School across the line in 9th, RGW in 10th, Larkin, TDB, Zerdimer, Pharrell, Fury, Maledictus, Cali, your 16 finishers. Nathan in the wall after a little bit of contact with Campbell, I think it was. Dylan, Josh, Rocco, all DNFing out of the race. Rocco out through turn 3 on lap 1.
Yep, contact with his teammate, which is not what he wanted to happen.
Campbell gets Rocco for 3rd in the standings. The gap shown on your screen there is 17 points.
Well, I'll tell you what, I have a driver of the day nomination.
Go on.
Just because of the fact he was at the pub. He qualified 14th. He finished 6th in the feature race. Let's not forget that's a good accomplishment. He started 3rd on the sprint race and got 2nd in the sprint race. My driver of the day, Chill.
Yeah, I've got to agree with you there. I think Chill certainly drove a really good, consistent 2 races. Whether or not he sobered up, I should say, before he got back remains to be seen. But if he did, then that comes to account for his performance partly, I think. But yeah, Chill definitely gets my driver of the day vote as well. And regarding the new game, for my commentaries, certainly, I will get the most important one out the way, and that is I'm going to be hanging up my commentary headset for Formula 2 on a Monday. And that is because I want to try and cut down on my commentaries as much as possible. I'm going to be quite busy with TTML, and the second announcement, the more important one, of course I'm staying on for 5th season of Division 1 commentary on the new game.
And that is things we do love to hear. And I too have a bit of an announcement. I will be taking off my commentary headset for at least the first season on the next game. So next season, F2, F1, I will not be commentating on. So I will be hanging up for at least a season.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
I mean, it has to be done.
It does have to be done, yeah. We've got to try and take our lives first, I think. We've got to try and reprioritise ourselves as we go along. For me, it has been an absolute honour to bring you the action this season alongside Mike for Division 1. Really hope you've enjoyed it. Although we didn't get the viewership, we really tried to capture the action out on track. And I think that final race, those 2 final races there, the feature race and the sprint race here in Bahrain, just comes to show you can have really good racing in Formula 2 and yet keep it clean out on track, and that is the more important thing. But whatever the future holds here in League of Europe, I'm sure we may see you on the other side as the final, what I think is the final stream on this channel until the new game, and it's been an absolute honour, and I'd like to pay tribute to all of the organisers, all of the admins behind the scenes, all of the stewards behind the scenes, all of my fellow commentators as well. We have all done this together. We are as a team, and we wouldn't be successful as any other league because of the drivers. And it's those drivers that keep coming week in, week out, regardless of the stature, regardless of the egos. They come here on a Saturday night, on a Monday night, on a Friday along with PC and ACC as well, and they race and they give it all. So to you drivers, thank you. To commentators, thank you. To everyone else, thank you. It has been an awesome, awesome season here. Season 5 of Division 1 in Formula 2, and in fact in Division 1, and up to Division 5 in the Formula 1 aspect. It has been an absolute honour to commentate here, and it's been an absolute honour to bring you the action here tonight as well. But that is us signing off, potentially for the final time on the game. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay safe in this crazy world we all live in. For myself, James Head, and for Michael Edwards, thank you so much for watching, and until the next game, goodbye.
Goodbye.